Okay, I think we can start now. All right, so let me introduce today's sessions. So I think by 2 hours we can understand how to load, inspect data with Polars, then perform some basic transformation with Polars, and then visualize data with Matplotlib and Seaborn. Actually, I'm gonna not gonna talk about Matplotlib much, but instead I will talk about Seaborn. So it's like a library work better with data frame. Okay. So first of all, if you haven't used Google Colab yet, so I will introduce a bit about Google Colab. So it's like have the notebook format like this. You can work like run script cell by cell like this. Okay, so if you haven't tried Google Colab, just search Colab on Google and then click on the first link and you click new notebook. So I mean, I expect you to open a Google Colab on your laptop right now to practice what I'm gonna show you later. Okay. Um, and like along the way, I will like give sometimes about 10 or 15 minutes to practice. I have to practice in these sessions, so you can like start a Google Colab notebook immediately. Okay. So the first thing is to create a collab notebook. The second thing is connect runtime. So let me introduce a bit about runtime. On the right side, you can see the connect button. And if you open that Dropbox, you can see chain runtime here. So Google Colab will allow us to use like CPU or one like machine have GPU or TPU. If we work with machine learning like some AI, we can click on GPU, but for normal data analysis, we can use CPU only. Okay, and some features only work with pro account, such as high RAM. So and we don't need to work with high RAM with small data set. Okay, so just click connect um, and wait a bit. Okay, so it's connect already. And we can see the performance of RAM and disk in this panel. The next thing is to connect with the Google Drive. On the left side, you can see some button here, and there's a button named Files. And there's a button like have the logo of Google Drive, and we can click on that to mount what our Google Drive. It will ask us to connect to our Google Drive. So just click connect and then sign up with your account. Okay. So after it's connecting, we can access our Google Drive on the left side like this. We can open our folders. And next one, I will send you a link, have data sets for today's sessions. So in this folder, I have 3 files to CSV. It's the data sets for our practice today. And this notebook is like the full solutions for the practice and what we're going to learn today. Okay. But I also expect you to just create a new notebook and work from the beginning. Right. Um, and next thing you can, you can click organize and add a socket to your Google Drive. So then you can access this folder with your Google Drive here in the shared drive, or you can move it into your folder, your My Drive. Okay. All right. So I just give about 5 minutes for you to get the data sets to your drive, and if you done with that, you can chat in the chat box and let me know. Okay. So next one is some basic um, like basic work with data. So the first thing is to import the library. Okay, I will write here import library. So the library we use today is Polars. So we can write bolas, import bolas, and alias is pl, import matplotlib. Matplotlib is a library to support visualize data. Matplotlib, okay. Matplotlib doc pyplot is POT, and last one is Seaborn is an essence. Okay. Um, Actually, these libraries already installed in the Google Colab already. But if you work with your like local machine, you have to like install this library by writing in the terminal. You have to write pip install Polas matplotlib um, and Seaborn. Okay. All right. So after we write this script, you can click the play button here to run that script. Okay, so the tick is successfully done. The next one is to load the data set. So you can see we have two data sets. We should try to load the first one is the training data set. So to load the data set, we have to create variables. So I will name it as data path. So I will try to get the path to that file. You can like right click on the files and select copy path so that you can copy the path of the file and paste it in that variable, the data path variable. Okay. The next one is to create I will zoom it a bit. Create a variable called data frame, df. Then data frame equal to pl dot read csv and uh, pass the data pass into that function. So this line will read that files and assign it to the variable df. Okay, and we run this cell. Okay, so it's already like read the CSV file, and we can check the df like this, write df and just play. Okay, I will introduce a bit about this data set. So this data is about the number, not the number, about the figures in the PDF file, in the CSR report. So we have file names is the report file, the total pay of the files, the total chart in the report, um, the pay number that figure appear, and then the figure predict type. So we have line chart, flow chart, bar chart, and some others. Then the probability of the prediction. The x1, y1, x2, y2 is the like the location of the box of that figure. We have area ratio is the size of the chart compared to the size of the page. For example, this one is 4%. So the chart will like is large as 4% of the page. And we have like red, green, blue, black, gray, and white percentage. So it's the color distribution of the chart. Okay, so that's the describe of the chart. I will introduce some attribute and method. So in Python, if you use something dot something, so this called the attribute of this object. So for example, I use df dot shape. So I will get the shape of that data frame. The table like in this context we call it data frame. And for the shape we have 757 row and 11 no 17 column. Okay. So next one is we can use df dot head. So if we dot head and we have brackets like this, I don't remember how to call this one, but this called the method. So this called the attribute and this called the method. The method will do some like calculation with the object to give you the results. And with this method, we can get the head column, sorry, the head rows of that data frame. We will get the top five. And if you like enter some number, it would give you that number of top rows. For example, 3. We have 3 top rows here. Okay. Next one is column. We can call the f dot columns. It's the order, like another attribute can get the list of columns. So this is the column name of the data frame. Okay. All right. So that's the basic things to work with the data frame in Python. Any any questions so far?
No, no, okay. Thank you for.
All right.
So,
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. So next one, I will go to data exploration. Uh, I forgot to introduce you this. You can add a text here, and it works like a markdown files. So if you have this one, it's become a heading like this, and there's a navigation on the left side. You can click on that section to jump in that script. Okay. All right. So the next one is data exploration. The first thing I will introduce is describe. So you can type the f dot describe, and it will return the some aggregations of the files. So you can see if the column is the integer, I mean the numeric data, it will calculate the mean, the standard deviation, the minimum, the percentage, 25, 50, 50, 75, and the maximum number of that column. But if your column is the object column, for example, string, it will only have cow, non cow, and min and max in string type. Okay, min and max in string type is the like the first character in that string. Okay, so for total page, you can see we have cow here, non cow, mean, standard deviation, and the other percentage. Okay, so for this method, we can have the overview of our data. And normally we use this to check known, check any problem with the data, or we can check I mean, the outliers, like some number is extremely high or extremely low compared to the others. Okay, so that's the describe method. The next one is select. Uh, I will have a subheading here, select data. Okay, so it's like it's similar to SQL. We have to select something to return as a result, right? So we can type df.select. So for example, I want to just only get the oops, okay, only get the um let me plot the data again. Okay, only have the data file names and total page. So I want only 2 columns. I can write select file names and total page. Okay, so I can get the 2 column only. Okay, and our example, if we have like if we want to aggregate that columns, for example, I want to have the maximum and the minimum of the total page. I can write like this. Remember, if you want to like select multiple columns like this, you have to have the brackets here and then enter. I want to calculate the maximum of the total page. So I would try pl.column, pl.col, and type the name of the column, total page. And after that, I can type the aggregation. I will take the maximum, okay? right? And after that, we can write alias to rename the columns. So I will rename it as max page number. Okay. So, and if I want to calculate the next one, I can comma and write the next one. Just change it from max to min. Okay. Then I get two columns, the maximum page num and the minimum page num. Okay. The first row is just the data type of the column, so don't care about it. All right. Um, next one. Next one is a unique method. So I just remind that you can see the data frame. We have some duplicated data because in each file there are like many pages, and in one pages there can be like many charts in one page. So there's a duplicated name and total page and total charts uh, for the same report. So for example, we want only get the file names, the total page and the total chart of the report only, and don't want to get the duplicated rows. So we can use a method called unique to get the unique rows of the data. All right, so I can write df select only the file name, the total page, and number of total chart. And after that, I write unique. So then I can get like unique data of those three columns. And I will also assign it to a variable called report data frame. Okay, so I can visualize report data frame like this. Okay, so I think we can try it. No, I mean, I will introduce filter and sort, then we can spend like about 10 minutes to for you to test those functions. Okay, the next one is the filter. If you want to filter something in the data, like I want to filter the report that have the total pay at 100 page, so I can write report df dot filter, and I will write a condition. The condition is PL column because we want to call the column, right? So column total page and equal to 100. Okay, and there's no result for this. Let's try 66 like this one. Okay. Okay, so I got one report have 66 total page. Or I can try the report have under 66 page. So I have this data frame. We have 34 report have under the 66 total page. Okay. And if you want to try multiple conditions in the filter function, you can use this size, the n size, and then you write the second condition, like total charts uh, over 2. Okay, so under 66 total pay, but have more than 2 charts. Okay, so we have 29 report like that. And lastly, for the transformation part, for the exploration part, is the short data. Okay, so if we want to sort the data by some column, for example, I want to sort this like by total chart. I want to see from the smallest to the largest number of total chart. So I will write report df dot sort. Okay, dot sort, and I can write sort by total chart. All right. So if we just write like this, it would automatically sort ascending from the smallest to the largest. But if you want to sort from the largest to the smallest, you can write descending equal true. Then it will sort from the largest to the smallest. Okay. And if we want to sort multiple column, we can um, put a bracket here and sort like uh, total page. Okay, so it would sort total chart first and then sort by total page. And in the descending, we also put it in the brackets, like we want to sort descending for total chart and ascending for total page. So it would be true and false, and it worked like that. Okay, yeah. So there are some functions that I introduced about data exploration. Describe, select, um, select unique, filter, and sort. Okay, so I will give you about 10 minutes to try these functions. If you don't, just type in the chat box and let me know. Okay, come to the next part. So next one is data transformation. So this one is like important for our projects. Um, so for data transformation, I would like show you how to like do some transform data and then add columns. We can group by like do aggregation to some numerical data, numerical columns and group by some categorical uh, columns and join data. Okay. So the first step is to add column, right? So for example, let me plot the data set again. For example, I want to add one column called um, chart density. Okay, chart density means the number of charts per page in the report. So what we I will use the report data frame. Okay, so I want to take the total chart and divide it by total page. Okay, so I will write like this. I will write report df dot with column. So the method with column will perform like some calculation and add column to our data frame. So with column, I will use column total chart. And if we want to use columns, we can type pl.col and then total chart. And this one will divide it by column total page. Okay. And then we want to name that column. So I will put it into a bracket and doc alias. I will give it a name like chart density. Okay. So now we have one new column. It's calculated by the total chart divided by total page. Okay. And if we want to keep this calculation, I mean keep this new column, we have to reassign it to the report data frame. So it should be report data frame equal to report data frame with column like this. Okay. And then we can assign it to the data frame. Okay. Right. And in case you perform the alias with the current like the available name, like some name in the data frame already, we will replace that column. Okay. So if I click again, it will perform this calculation again, and it will override this chart density column. Right. Just take an example. I will write it's multiply 2. So you can see it's 0, 1.2, and it will be override to 0 to 5. Okay. So just be careful with the alias. So if you write the wrong name, it will replace the current column. Yeah, so that's the add column method. The next one is group by. So we can add one cell here, and let's say I want to count the number of record by chart type. So here, uh, let me plot the head of data frame. So now I can use data frame because I want to get the chart type. The report data frame, we have only file name, total pay, and total chart, right? But for the data frame, we have a chart type here. It's called figure prediction. So I want to count the number of record by chart type. So I mean the number of flow chart, number of line chart, bar chart, and other side. So what I want to do is we want to group by the data by the chart type. So df dot group by, and then we can use fit prediction regret here, which means we group by this column, and then we dot add. This one stand for aggregate. So we will perform uh, like the PL dot length, which means uh, it counts all of the rows in the data frame. Okay, and then we name it as um, report. No, we name it as count. Okay, so that we perform the group by, we count by chart type. Okay, also we can perform a sort here. You can sort by the column that we just created, sort by count. Okay, so now I can see we have 76 pie charts and then 85 line chart and so on. Okay, so that's how we use group by. And in case you want to use, like you want to perform multiple aggregations, we can like use many aggregation in this bracket. Let me try. So for example, I want to have the count here, and I also want to perform the mean area ratio, the mean size of the chart type. Okay, so I will like uh, delete this one, put it in the bracket, and then use pl.len for the count number, sorry, for the count column, and then comma. I perform the other ones. I want to take the mean of area ratio. So I will write pl.co area ratio and then dot mean. Okay. And then alias like mean area ratio. Okay. So I run this one and I have two columns. And these two aggregation also grouped by the chart type, right? So now I can see we have like flowchart text for 60% of the size of the page, like averagely, and the line chart is 7%, okay, and so on. So that's how we do the group by. And the last one, I want to show you how to join the data. Like in SQL, you know, we have three, no, four type of join the table. We have like inner join, we have left join, right join, and outer join, right join, and outer join. Okay, so in Polars, we also like perform the join function like that. So if I have one more data frame called metadata, it concludes it includes the year, like sector of the company of that report, and something like that. So I will have metadata pl.read csv, and no, I will create one metadata path first. Yes. Okay, so I have a path of the metadata here and paste it in this function. All right, and I will perform the heading, present heading. Sorry, metadata. Okay, so we have name, year, file name, organization type, size, sector, and so on. Okay, so this is the metadata of the report of the company. Then I want to join this table, this data frame to the to this one, to the report data frame. So I imagine we have like file name, total pay, total chart, chart density, and the rest column of metadata like year, sector, like that. So and we have to um, have one joy column, and the column is file name because we have file name here, and we have file column here. It's also the file name. Okay, so I will perform the join method like I will put it in uh, a variable called report full the data frame. Okay, report full data frame. Then I will write metadata dot join. So if I write metadata dot join, metadata is always the left table. All right. So if we dot join, so I want to join with what data frame? I join with report df, and then I will type left on, which means the columns on the left table used for the join method. So I will use the column files. It's not file name because like the column in metadata name files. Okay, and the right on the right side we have right on file name. Okay, and one more is how. As I remind you, we have four type of joy. So we want to make it right because we have like smaller number of report in the report data frame. As you can see, report data frame, we have the shape of 50. We have 50 report in the report data frame, but in the metadata shape, we have 19,000 report in metadata. So we want to like make it shorter. I just want to get the metadata of the report in the report data frame. So I want to use them like number of rows in the right side. So how I will join is the right. Okay. So that's all for join function. Then I will perform the head of the report full data frame. Now I have all of the column from metadata, and I also have the total pay, total chart, and chart density from report data frame. Okay, and yeah, and that's it for the data transformation part. Then I will like give you one practice. So this is the practice. All right. So the practice here require you to do the chart density over time. The average chart per by no average chart per report by year, which means the number of chart per report by year. So you have to take the number like the total chart divided by the number of report by year, and then average chart per page. Chart per page is the chart density by year. Okay, so I will give you 15 minutes to perform this one. You can try the previous one also from where is it? From yeah, from here. You can make a report data frame with the chart density column, and then you can perform some group by and join. Okay, then you can try this process. So I will come back at 2:18, right? And along the way, you do, if you have any question, just type in the chat box. Okay. Um, create similar new columns depending on, yeah, sure. You can create many columns in with columns. Um, for example, chart density here, you can put it in like a bracket like this. So then you can comma and continue with the next column, like for example, total pay minus total chart, for example. So you can type on column total page minus column total chart, and then put it in another bracket and alias new column. So we have two column here, two new columns here. Is it what you mean?
Hey, yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
That means, can we create new variables according to our analysis requirement?
Yes, we can. And
Okay.
one more thing is, if you want to use that new column, you can like because you just create it in one with column, right? So after it perform this method, you have this new column. So if you want to use this new column again, you can use one met with columns again to use that column. All right. For example, column chart density minus uh, column new column. So these two column is I just created in this width column. So you want to use this column, you have to use another width column after that, right? So then we have to alias it is new column. So we have the next one, right? So that's one other things if you want to use that new created column.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, guys, we finished 15 minutes for the practice one. So now I can like trying to give the solution and you can check with your own answer. Okay. So the first thing is the average charge per report by year. So we have to calculate the charge per report first. And for this, I can use the report uh, full data frame that I had just created earlier. Because in this report, I don't have like duplicate file name, so I can use that to like count the number of report. Then I also have the year here, the year column to calculate by year, right? Um, so I just use this one to perform a group by, and I want to group by year. Okay, so group by year, and the aggregate is just count. No, it's also the number of chart. So the number of chart is chart density. No, not number of charts is total chart. Yeah, total chart, and we take the average of total charts is the chart per report, right? So I want to take the column total chart and perform the mean uh, aggregation, and then alias it is um, average chart per report like this. Okay, and then we have average chart per report for 4 years. Okay, and also we can sort it by year to make it easy to follow, right? So we have um, one drop down and then increase and then decrease. Okay, right. And the next one is average chart per page ratio by year. Yeah, it's the chart density. So again, we have, let me plot it again. we have chart density by report already. So we only have to take the average of chart density by year, and it's our answer. Okay, so we have report. We can perform in this line also because I can perform multiple aggregation. So I will put it in a bracket, and then another aggregation is chart density, and take the mean, and alias is the average chart per page. Okay, so now I have like average chart per report by year and average chart per page by year. Okay, so that's our practice one. Any questions so far?
No, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yes,
I have questions.
yeah,
So for example, for if you want to set the data type, right? So here you set the year as float, I guess. So in case that because when you're comparing data, sometimes it has an issue with data type.
yeah.
Yeah, so if instead of float,
Mm.
can we set it like different data, like date,
Yes, sure.
time? Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Let me show you. Then you can write report full, data frame, and with columns. Then you can use column year, and there's a method called cast. We cast it into another data type. So, for example, I want to cast it into integer. Integer is like the number without like
Yeah.
the floating part. So and then we alias is a years again. Then it will override the year column.
Yeah.
Now the year has integer data type.
Mm, sometimes I use as type. Is that okay for that one? I normally use as type, so I'm not sure it's in this one. I
As
never
type.
used cast before, so I'm not sure which one is like.
Uh, what is that again? S we mean string.
Eh, okay, so it's like the as type. I'm
You
typing.
type
Yeah,
you
I'm
type in it.
typing.
Yeah.
For example, this one.
As type in. Yeah, I think I can try because it depends on whether that method is available
And then
in this or not.
yeah,
No. So
yeah.
in Polars we don't have that method, so you
Mm.
can use cast instead.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you have to assign it to report full data frame again to yeah to override that variable.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we move to the next one. The next part is visualization. Yep. Next part. Yeah, for visualization, we will use mainly Seaborn, but like some feature we have to use Matplotlib to add to that figure. Okay, so why I use Seaborn? Because it works with data frame. Matplotlib is a library that you can plot anything. You can plot line, dot, or any picture or something like everything on the figure. But Seaborn is like library support like solely for the data frame. Okay, and there's some like customize to make it look better. Okay, so to use Seaborn, we have to have one data frame first. I will like let's say I trying to plot average chart per year per report by year. This is the one we plot already calculate above, but I forgot to assign it to the variable, so I will assign it to like yes, Anas.
Uh, can I please re-elaborate that? What is the MetaLab and what is the Seaborn? And please.
Sorry, what is what what is what?
What is the MATLAB, the function of the MATLAB? What is the main function of MATLAB?
Ah,
Just for text files or yeah, images file both. I
uh,
can.
you mean what is method and what's the function? What is attribute, right?
Yeah. You can say that the Seaborn is for the visualization. It just only for the texting, the whole text, images, and all everything which we are visualizing.
Yeah, I mean Matplotlib is for plotting anything, but Seaborn is plotting data with data frame. Data frame is like the tabular data, like this one, like a table of data. So Seaborn work with data frame, and Matplotlib can work with anything.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then because we're trying to visualize data in a data frame, so uh, we can use Seaborn only. But there's some feature we have to use Matplotlib, and I'm gonna show you later. So then the task here I trying to do is visualize the average per report by year, and this is one we have calculated earlier, and I want to assign this table into a variable called um, like aggregate uh, year, aggregate by year. Okay, so I have one arc year data frame, and then I want to plot it. I want to plot a live plot. So I will use SNS. SNS is Seaborn that we named it earlier here. We import Seaborn as SNS. So that's why we can use SNS. Okay. So SNS dot live plot. There's some like syntax to plot bar plot or box plot or something like some other kinds of plot that you can search Google. You can search like Seaborn box plot. Then you can find like the syntax to plot that kind of chart. Okay, so we can use Seaborn box plot. Okay, and in this case, I use live plot. So I want to plot what data. So I will try to send the art here into the data parameter. Okay, and to plot a chart, we have to have x axis and y axis. So I have to send year into x axis, and then I send average per report to the y axis. And if you plot, it will have like this. Okay, so we have one year. Year is x axis, and y axis is the average chart per report. And then we have to like adjust the label to make it easier to follow the chart. So first thing I want to make the line become black color. So I can write color in the live plot method equal to black. Or you can use K. K is the like stand for black in Python. And then I want to have the marker, I mean the point in that data point. So I can write marker equal to O. O is the like the shape of the marker. Then we have the marker and we change the color to black. Next one, I want to uh, remove this year label because we obviously we understand 2000 something is year. Yes, Anes?
Can you please re-elaborate? When we use the R, there are three parameters that we use for the plotting. Like first data set, and other is the alias for the variable like x-axis and y-axis, and third is the geoms. But in the Python, I think these two are the mandatory, and the third is not.
Mm,
Yeah, just like that, you are writing data set. I think data is equal to a aggregate year is the data set, and on the two variable like x-axis and y-axis that we write, you are writing on, and the third one that in the R programming we are just like a layer to represent the observation, just like that you draw the line plot.
mm. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
But
I
yeah. In the Python, it is not necessary to elaborate the like that geoms like a point line and
mm,
other thing is a bar chart like that.
yeah, I think yeah, because the different library have different like way to
Yeah.
draw. Yeah.
Okay. In this library, I think we just only use the dataset and the other variable that are using in the dataset
Mm,
to represent.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, because we use this figure, so we can plot anything in this figure, and Seaborn is just the one who plotted in this figure. I mean, figure is just the background, just like the white shape, the white background, and Seaborn is the one who draw something on that background. So if we want, we can use Matplotlib to keep drawing in this one. So like we want to draw one line on this one, we can use uh, X line or H line, right? H line, uh, for example, like this. Wait, line or V line or something. I don't remember the syntax, but wait, V line X 2003 something. Mean is 0 and max is 1. Okay, so you can see there's one small line we draw here. We can change it to 20. It's like it's a larger, a longer line. Yeah, what I'm trying to say is Seaborn is just the one who draw something first in this background, and with Matplotlib we can draw like some other things um, on that plot if we want, right? So we don't have to fix in this library to customize the plot.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so keep going. We have to I want to remove this year label because it's obviously this x-axis is year, so we don't have to say it's a year. So I want to perform um, matplotlib dot x label to none. So this one will make the year label here disappear. And next one I want to change the y label, so I have to write uh, matplotlib plt dot y label and change it to yep average chart per report, and then I set the title for this chart is average chart per report by year, and then actually we don't need to write plt dot show because it's already show in the notebook. Yeah, so we have the complete figure from a Seaborn library, right? And I want to show you how to change the ratio of the figure. At the beginning, we want to yes, Anas.
Can we just 1 minute? Okay, without representing the x and y is equal to, we can write these two with comma. Yeah, it is mandatory to write with x is equal to with the variable and comma y is equal to the variable. Can we write without the x and y?
Yes, of course. Um, Actually, if you don't write the name of the variable, you have to like comply with the order in the function. Let me show you. Um, for example, we search for Shimon live log here. So this is the order of the parameter. So if you don't want to write the data equal or x equal or y equal, you have to write exact the order like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can delete the data, delete the x equal and y equal, and it still works. Nope. Take 1 but 3. Oh, because there's a start here, so you can only write without data equal, but you have to write x and y here.
Mm. Okay, okay. It is mandatory, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. But we can write the data set without the data. The mention the name of data we can
Yeah,
write.
yeah,
Okay, okay. Thanks. Thank
yeah. For I mean for other like function or other method in Python, you can like read the document, and if you see the order of the parameter like this, you can skip the name of it and just write the parameter, just write the input. But if there's a start here, you have to write the name after that.
you. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I'm just talking about how we adjust the ratio of the figure. So we can use plot.figure, and in figure we can adjust the fixed size. And in fixed size, it would be the row, I mean the width and the height of the figure. So I can use 7.5 and 3 as Aaron suggests. To 7.5 is the in inches. So it would be 7.5 inches and 3 inches high. So it would look like this. Okay. So that's how we adjust the figure size. And yeah, and next one is another practice. This is the last practice of the day. Right. So I want you to perform the percentage of bar chart, line chart, pie chart, flow chart by year, and then plot it in the chart with line plot. So I expect to have four line here. And just to suggest, just to guide you how to do it, there's one parameter named hue. So you can put the character like the categorical data into this hue parameter to make it break the data into four line. Right. Let me give the demonstration. Right. If I want to have so this one we only have year, right? Now I want to have one more categorical data is the job type, which is the fig predict. Yes. What there's no fig predict. What's the name of the column? Wait. Oh, sorry. I have to use the data frame, not the report full data frame. So I have to use this one because this one have the fig predict, and this one I haven't joined with metadata yet. So you have to join this with metadata. I can do it quick like this. Metadata and left on file, right on file name. No, left on file name and right on file, and how is left. Okay, and then I will wrap it. If you want to break the line, you can type backslash and then like enter to break the line. Okay, so I want to perform it with this. File name. Sorry. Total chart, total. Wait, what's the problem? There's no density yet. I don't want density. Just want to count it. Oh yes, count, chat count. Okay, so that's how we do. You can try it later by the time you do the practice. I just show you the demonstration. Okay, so if we put it in like the test data frame and we plot it with live plot. Okay, so there's a parameter named hue, and if we put the chart type, the fixed prediction into the hue, it support us to break the line into 4 type in the figure prediction. Okay, so that's how we do. Right, so let's spend not 20 but 15 minutes for this practice 2. Okay, so I will get back at not 15, just 10 because we will run out of time. So I will get back at 2:55 to finish the solution, and then we end the session. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's 10 minutes. So I'm gonna show you the solution for this practice and take a few minutes for any last question, and then we can end. All right. So for this one, we need the percentage of bar. So it's the percentage. It's not the absolute number. Okay. So we have to calculate the percentage and then plot the line chart like this. All right. So again, I will perform it like more properly. Firstly, we have to join the DF with metadata because we like earlier we only have the report full DF, and report full DF is like does not include the chart data. Here it's not included chart data, it's just have the report data. Correct. So we want to join DF with metadata to have metadata for the report and have the full data includes the chart and also the report metadata. Okay, so I will name it full DF. Okay, full DF, and then firstly let's log the full DF. All right, so full DF we have all of the data and the chart data. Next one, we calculate the number of charts by year. Okay, so we will perform full df dot group by and by year and also by chart type. Chart type is the fixed predict. Okay, and number of chart type is pl dot length. Because we don't have to count a specific column, we just count all of the rows. So we just use PO.length. Okay, and alias this column is chart count. Right. So now we have the chart count by type, chart type, and then by year. Next one we want to calculate percentage. Okay, so we can create one other no, we already create one data frame have right count of what is it, count of chart. This one count of chart and not by year. Wait, we have any by year? Okay, not yet. So I will create one new data frame have year and total chart of that year. So I want to name it chart by year. Then full df dot group by year and aggregate pl dot length to count and alias is chart count. Right. So we have chart by year like this. what we want to do is to divide the number of charts of bar chart by the total chart of that year, right? So we just join the data frame into this data frame. So I have chart type by year. So I will assign this table into chart type by year, and then chart type by year, chart type by year. I will assign it again by join this with the chart by year, because I want to get this. I want to get this chart, this column chart count, right? So I want to rename this one to chart type count to avoid like duplicate or override the columns, right? So I want to join on year, because why don't I use the right on or left on, because they have the same name, the same column name year, so I can use only on. So on equal to year, and the how is left or right or inner, because it's the same, right? So now I will plot the chart type by year again. Right, so what we have one chart type count column and one chart type like total chart count here, and then we only have to divide chart type count to by chart type chart count, right? So again, I will use with column, right? With column, I will divide chart type count by chart type, sorry, chart count, and alias, this one is percentage of charts, right? So the outcome would look like this. Okay, now I can plot that. I will use slide plot and plot this one. X would be year and Y would be percentage chart. And one more thing is the hue is the type of the chart. Okay, then I can add some marker, go to 0, and then adjust some label, X label to non title and Y label. Okay, and one more thing is the name of the legend table. So I can adjust the legend title into chart type, and I can also adjust the location of the chart to upper right. Okay, so we're done with the second practice. That's all for the practice 2. Any question?
Yeah, it's a very difficult to manage.
Yeah,
Very
just
calculation.
have to practice more.
And you know, how about bar chart? Can you show bar?
Yes,
Like
we
in
can
case of
plot
plot,
bar chart.
slide plot.
So let's take an example bar charts. We can
Can
use
also, yeah, maybe can also use the existing data. I think.
so we can try number by year. So we can plot SNS bar plot. Also this table, and then the X can be year. Okay, and the Y is percentage of charts. And if there's a hue in chart in bar chart, it would be a multiple bar like this. Okay, multiple bar. But if there's no hue, it would be a bar with an arrow bar, like arrow line, like this. Like this is the minimum and the max, not minimum maximum, but it's the inter interquantile range of the chart. Right. You can change the color to gray if you want. So, and the rest are the same. You can adjust the label, just the X and Y and title, and there's no legend. So, yep, the same.
Questions like, I think Seaborns has a palette color, right? Like a different palette.
Yes.
So in case that we have different, because we have different legends there, and then that means we have different bars. So can we change the palettes?
Yes.
I think we can change them.
Yeah, we have palette. But I mean, you have to search for the name of the palette.
Can you
Yeah.
try maybe dark color or something?
It have to be exactly the name. So
Yeah,
let's
think there's a
try
dark.
this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark gray. I
Yeah.
don't remember. Maybe.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a dark. There's one up 10 or something like that. It can be XSL, also XLS. Yes. So you can find the palette and try it to the chart. And yeah, that's one of the things is you can trying to customize the palette. I'm trying to give a demo like palette because we have 4 figure now. I try red, gray, red. So I only want the flowchart become red. So I can paste this palette into the palette parameter. So it's will change the only flowchart become red. Yeah, so that's how we can customize the palette of the chart. Yep. Okay, guys, I think that's it for the session today. And thank you for listening. Any
Thank
further
you.
question, you can send me via any any channel. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
the session.
thank you so much for the